trying to find the joke. No, silly, Jennifer laughed. That machine is called a corkscrew. Go ahead, take it out. Adam pulled the object from the box. It was a bag. A sleek, high-end leather bag with a long shoulder strap. This is for me. Do you like it? Jennifer asked, leaning in. Look at it. Oh, I bet there's something inside. Adam reached into one of the many compartments and pulled out a soft, padded piece of material. It's a pad for the shoulder strap? Yes, it's so cushy. Jennifer was practically vibrating. I saw you taping up your old backpack, Adam, and I thought, you're doing so well at work, you should look more stylish. You know, more like a real grown-up, a rising executive. Adam looked at the bag. Then he looked at his old backpack sitting in the corner, the one with the 4-pin cubby that perfectly held his favorite pens and a Lucky Troll doll. But my backpack has a 4-pin cubby, he whispered. I had to go to like 3 different stores to find this one, Jennifer said, her voice softening with sincerity. I was so excited when I saw it. The other ones weren't this great. Look, I know it's not something you would normally use, but trust me, I know style. These are varying. Come on, try it on. Adam felt the weight of her expectation. It was heavier than the leather. He slid the strap over his head, the bag resting against his hip. Okay, walk around, Jennifer commanded, clapping her hands. Come on, strut your stuff. You're a rising young executive about town. I mean, you look fabulous. Adam walked a few steps, feeling the cushy pad dig into his collarbone. He looked at himself in the hallway mirror. He didn't see an executive. He saw a man carrying a purse. I feel fabulous, he lied. Totally. Chapter 4, The Purse Paradigm. The next morning at the diner, the fabulous feeling had evaporated, replaced by a cold, hard dread. Adam was sitting in their usual booth, the bag sitting on the seat next to him like a ticking time bomb. When Jeff walked in, he didn't even say hello. He just stopped, stared at the bag, and then looked at Adam. Oh, my God, what is that? It was a gift from Jennifer, Adam said defensively, his voice tight. Jeff sat down, a slow grin spreading across his face. And now it's a gift for us. I didn't say anything because I figured we could do it together. Yeah, why don't you just not do it? Adam snapped. Ooh, don't get your panties, which I assume are in your purse in a bunch, Jeff countered. It's not a purse, okay? Adam insisted, though his heart wasn't in it. It's a messenger bag. And the message is, it's a purse, Jeff said. Probably no panties in there, though. No room. What with all the douches? Adam sighed, defeated. All right, look, I don't like it either, okay. But Jennifer was so excited. She made such an effort to find it. I couldn't disappoint her. Jeff nodded, a rare moment of genuine empathy crossing his face, before being immediately replaced by his usual cynicism. That's very nice of you. Truly. But now you're stuck using it forever. Yep, all the way through menopause. Just then, Russell Dunbar slid into the booth. Russell was the group's resident bachelor, a man whose wealth was only matched by his shallow approach to human interaction. He was wearing an expensive suit and a look of smug satisfaction. I make your stupid jokes. All right, Jeff said, turning back to Adam. But guess what? Last night wasn't the only gift I got. Russell leaned in, his ears perking up at the mention of gifts. Ooh, I'm listening. All right, Jeff began. So I'm taking a shower. Jennifer, I mean, Audrey decides to join me. Rub-a-dub-dub. I'm getting it in the tub. Not bad, Russell said dismissively. But check this out. Yesterday, I cut through the park. I see some chick playing the guitar. After 10 minutes of pretending I like the Grateful Dead who suck, by the way, we go back to my place, and we proceed to do it everywhere. Everywhere? Adam asked, leaning away from his purse. The bedroom, the kitchen, the living room. Russell tallied them off on his fingers. I'm tired. She wasn't. Jeff looked at Russell, then at Adam. The sweaty rainforest comment from Audrey was still echoing in his head. He needed a win. He needed a story that didn't involve chest hair descriptions. Man, I got a story to tell, Jeff started, his voice full of false bravado. Ah, really? Russell asked. Yeah, couple years back. Russell interrupted, laughing. Jeff, if the story starts with when the Twin Towers were still standing, it doesn't count. Jeff deflated. All right, okay. You know what? That bag is for girls. Chapter 5. The Spontaneity Trap. The pressure to be exciting was a slow-acting poison in a long-term marriage. For Audrey and Jeff, the rainforest and bug eyes talk had sparked a competitive need to prove they weren't dull. Maybe our sex can be a little more creative and spontaneous, Audrey suggested later that week, while they were browse shopping in a high-end clothing store. Jeff looked at her, then at the dressing rooms. Starting now. I'm here with my grandmother. A woman passing by muttered, glaring at them. Shush, Jeff whispered to her. They're about to do it. Audrey pulled him toward the back of the store. Okay. Look, you want spontaneous. Let's go get a room at the Windsor Suites right now. Jeff paused. His brain, always the accountant of pleasure and pain, began to calculate. All right, look, if I'm paying for a 4-star hotel, I expect 4-star sex. Oh, I think actually it's a 5-star hotel, Audrey teased. All right, well, Jeff said, checking his wallet, better stop and get some Gatorade. An hour later, they were checking into a suite that cost more than Jeff's first car. The room was magnificent. Plush carpets, a view of the park, and a mini bar that charged $9 for a bag of cashews. Nice room, Jeff noted, dropping his keys on the dresser. Not for long, Audrey purred, leaning against the doorframe. We are going to wreck this place with some crazy sex.